Amber Heard is broke, homeless, and now in a disturbing legal battle with her insurance company after being sued by them.
Heard both individually and through her agents refused to help New York Marine with the conduct of the suit and instructed other defense firms representing Heard not to include defense counsel provided by New York Marine in the ongoing defense of Heard in the underlying action.
Everyone is curious to know the latest trick that Amber is up to. After selling her home in Yucca Valley a few weeks ago, fans have been left wondering if she can even pay Johny at all. But it's not just Johny that is her problem now. Her insurance company has gotten into the mix. What's really happening between her and her insurance company? Well, we have an idea from this fan's tweet. Amber's unsuccessful defense in the defamation lawsuit brought by her ex-husband, Johny Depp, hit the Aquaman actress in more ways than one. Back in 2018, Heard wrote an article for the Washington Post and claimed to be harassed and abused by none other than Johny. In the op-ed, she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. However, following an intense 6 weeks of trial, Amber was found guilty of acting with malice after Mr. Depp made it clear to the jury that Amber was referring to him despite not specifically mentioning his name in the article. Depp was then awarded over $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages, although Heard won $2 million in her countersuit against the Pirates of the Caribbean star. However, the $5 million in punitive damages was reduced to $350,000 due to the state's statutory cap. It was expected that her insurance company would cover some of these fees, but apparently it is not the case of the actress, whose attorney fees alone add up to more than $6 million. 1 month after Johny's win, Amber's insurance company, New York Marine and General Insurance Company, filed a lawsuit against her in federal court, as they are seeking to avoid having to pay for both her defense and ongoing litigation. The insurer believes that the actress's policy does not cover any of the $8.3 million in losses that she owes her ex-husband Depp. Although the company has a $1 million liability policy, the policy does not cover willful misconduct, and this appears to be just what Amber is guilty of, according to the jury in the defamation case. Although insurance companies may include coverage for wrongful conducts, including defamation, under the California law, things are different, and an insurance company is not bound to pay any sum of money if the insured acts with malice, according to the California Insurance Code 533. But there's more. Amber's insurance company initially advised her that it would provide a legal defense, despite not necessarily needing to provide an indemnity for her actions. But she declined their help, which led to suspicions from fans that she had some dirt on her. A YouTube follower said she didn't want the lawyers from insurance because they would not have gone with the setup, the lies, the trickery. While another replied, "What happens when a narcissistic person has all their lies come tumbling down and people start to hold you accountable?" Celebrity divorce attorney Chris Melcher confirmed during his recent appearance on Popcorn Planet that Amber was offered renowned attorney Cameron McAvoy by New York Marine, but she insisted on going with Elaine Bredehoft, and now she has to deal with the consequences of her action. Apparently, this isn't the first time that Amber would try to make another person or company pay her bills. She has been repeatedly accused of blackmailing Elon Musk into paying huge amounts of money in her name. Remember this clip?
Most of the money that was donated to the ACLU and CHLA in your name came from someone else. Isn't that right?
I don't know what you mean by most of.
Well, at least $500,000 that was donated to the ACLU in your name wasn't paid by you, right?
I believe Elon made a donation in my honor on one of the years.
Yeah, and it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement, right?
No, nor did it count towards my pledge.
There are now speculations that Elon could come into the picture again in a bid to rescue her from her legal battles. Amber had also been accused of cheating on Johny in the penthouse that he bought. Johny had even allowed a couple of her friends to live in his mansion rent-free, but after their split, Johny decided to move on and sold the house, leaving Amber and her friends in search of a new home. When Amber bought her Yucca Valley home back in 2019, her name didn't appear on the deed. Rather, what we saw was some mysterious trust fund. Amber, whose net worth is an estimated $2.5 million, has failed to fulfill her obligations under oath, as seen in this clip.
And have you completely fulfilled your donations to the ACLU and the Children's Hospital?
I have not yet.
And why not?
And I have spent over $6 million.
Objection, Your Honor.
I pledged the entirety.
But you didn't donate it.
Unfortunately,
You didn't donate it. It's a yes or no.
I haven't been able to to fulfill those.
So that's a no, right,
obligations.
Ms. Heard?
I made the pledge. I want to be very clear. I pledged the entirety. I haven't been able to fulfill those pledges because I've been sued.
You had all of the $7 million for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you chose not to pay it to the charities you pledged it to.
Amber pledged the $7 million divorce settlement, which she received from Johny, to charity, but hasn't made the donation after several months, and it just looks like another manipulation game from the actress. And according to a fan, she has gotten everything she wanted for so long, either through money, manipulation, or her appeal. This time, it looks like she messed with the wrong party. Here is what top-rate attorney and legal expert Vonda Sargent said.
Right. Amber Heard made a very poor tactical error there. They would have provided her a defense on what's called under reservation of rights.
It is now believed that Amber is facing a serious financial crisis and is in desperate need of help, assuming she's not orchestrating another drama. By declining legal assistance from her insurance company, she has now played into their hands and gotten herself sued. How has Heard reacted to being sued? Here's what we know. It has been revealed that another insurer, Travelers Commercial Insurance, has spent and continues to spend substantial sums for Heard's defense under a homeowner's insurance policy it included in 2018. And according to court filings, the insurer is now pursuing New York Marine for its share of the costs. It has now been revealed from U.S. District Court filings dating back to 2021 that Travelers sued New York Marine for an equitable contribution toward defense expenses. Travelers insisted in its complaint that New York Marine should have to pay at least half of the defense costs. Travelers issued the homeowner's policy to Heard in 2018 for covered or potentially covered damages because of defamation, as well as a defense to any lawsuit seeking such damages. So the issue now is this: is New York Marine liable for costs associated with an independently appointed defense counsel for Heard rather than the one appointed by the insurance company? Guess we'll find out in the coming weeks. Amber Heard also remains keen on appealing the jury's decision in the defamation case. Amber's lawyers continue to push for Virginia courts to order a new trial in the defamation case against Johny, stating that a wrong juror was seated in the jury during the trial. Amber's lawyers have also said that she cannot afford to pay Depp the money she owes him. Meanwhile, during the trial, Amber stayed at a mansion in Virginia, which cost $22,000 a month, and she has been caught partying a lot. Doesn't exactly sound like she's broke. In yet another twist, rumors have it that Amber has been offered a tell-all book deal. Still, fans are adamant that it still wouldn't be enough to cover her expenses. Here's what one follower said concerning the book deal: "It would be interesting to see how the actress digs herself out of this mess in the coming weeks." According to one fan, the only thing she, Amber, had going for her was her looks, as she was a beautiful woman. Now she hasn't aged well along with her abusive behavior. I can't see any studio taking the risk of casting her in any future roles. One would not be too surprised if there are a few plot twists to Amber's role in Aquaman 2. What are your thoughts about Amber's legal battles with her insurance company? Is she pretending to be broke just to avoid paying Johny Depp? Comment below. Also, stay tuned to the latest gist in this next video.